were doing the history of the pre-Islamic Arabs. This period, as you may or may not remember, is and was called the Jahiliyyah. You see, we don't really have to get into modern problems in Islam in this course, so we don't really have to argue too much about the modern world, unfortunately. I only want to teach you what most people know about Islam, not whether a given attitude is the right or wrong one in the modern period. That's for theologians and politicians and writers and others to decide. All we want to do is give you some classical background in what Islam was, is, came to be, developed into, and the rest I'll leave for the different enthusiasts on various sides. So, Jahiliyyah, everyone agrees. Now, I disagree in one sense. Now you say, now this is not an official Islamic view, this is an academic view, okay? I am allowed to disagree with something as a human being. I'm not teaching a doctrine here. I can tell you what the Jahiliyyah was, but if you think it means ignorance, I don't agree. I mean, it does mean literally, that's what it means, but I don't think the people at that time were literally ignorant. You see, I think, in fact, a lot of them were quite sophisticated. And that's why the legends of the pre-Islamic Arabs are interesting, because it shows a very sophisticated, cultured, poetic people. And they may have been ignorant of Islam. They may not have known about the Prophet. They may not have known about the ideas that the Prophet has come to, or the angel that is tutoring or dictating to the Prophet has come to reveal, depending on how you see it. But I don't think that they were ignorant. I don't think looking at these legends here in this book, which is why I do it, you would conceive of these people as ignorant. I mean, they're no more ignorant than the people today are ignorant. People who go to watch Steven Spielberg movies, or worse than that, Madonna or somebody. Who? Matrix? I don't even know what that is, but I assume it's something people watch. So they're not any more stupid than any more ignorant than any of those people, or a lot of other things that people do today. So I don't think to call people ignorant makes you feel superior to those people. I don't feel you should have any right to feel superior to anybody at the moment in the world. And certainly not these people here, because they're quite sophisticated in many ways. Again, if you're a believer in a certain religious background, you could say they're ignorant of the religious background that I came to teach, or that I'm involved in that. That's a fair statement. They obviously are ignorant of that. But that doesn't mean they're totally ignorant people. And as I said, I think that they are quite charming, very sophisticated, extremely attractive, and just very interesting people. So, we discussed how the pre-Islamic history, particularly as far as the Jewish penetration goes, as far as the native religion went, usually this was expressed in terms of what scholars nowadays call animism. I don't think that's a very good term for anything. First of all, what is the word? Well, we know what the modern word anima moves into. What does it move into in our modern vocabulary? Animals. No, yeah, it could be. No, that's animus. No, but more anima is not the same. But it has to do with animals. And it comes from the Greek anima, soul. It's nothing to do with against. It means soul. In Greek, the anima was your soul. But the Greeks saw the soul as doing what? That's a modern English word, so it's not a Muslim word. So we're talking about academics now, not Muslims. What does the soul do for the Greeks? Huh?
It moves it
It moves. It moved the body. The soul moved the body. So that's why we call animals animals, because animals move. I mean, for the Greek and for the modern person, animals move. They're not tied to the earth like a tree. See, trees can shake, I guess in the wind, but they don't even seem to shake themselves. They can grow, but they don't move. They're rooted in the ground. So they're not what? Animals. Animals move. Of course, in the Greek view, they were, had an independent little soul cooking in there. Little atomic reactor or whatever. Little nuclear, energy source. I guess now we'd say cars and things are like that, They keep moving around. What happens finally to these cars that keep moving around? They don't have gasoline, okay, so they run out, but solar battery cars and stuff like that, they keep moving, because the energy is there. So they're like a little animal until the battery runs down or wears out or it's gone. And it happens to animals too, doesn't it? Unfortunately, we don't like to consider it, but all of us are running down the moment we start up. And we're all going to run out eventually, like that little Energizer battery on the TV screen. Sad. I mean, it makes me, I'm closer than you guys. It worries me more than it worries you. And I haven't even solved the problem yet, and I'm half gone. So don't think you're going to solve it by thinking about it. You're not. So you might as well not think about it. Because the closer you get, nothing's been resolved any more than when you were 10 years old. I can assure you that. And I don't think you heard anything from your grandparents or your parents or anyone else who resolved this issue. So I don't know if it helps to think or not think about it, but the point of the matter is that I don't know anyone who's resolved it, except believers. So animals move, they grow, they age, and animus is a thing that moves them. So when we say that animism, we mean that in religious studies or in anthropology, we mean that the attribution of living spirits to inert objects. I know it's strange, but what we would not ordinarily conceive of as living things. I know that's a bit strange, because it should be something that's living, not living. What animism means for the anthropologist, student of religion, attributing spirits or moving soul to inanimate things. We know that animals have souls, so-called, or moving, something that moves them to move. But attributing it to mountains, rocks, glades, wells, springs,